Hello. Welcome to another episode or video of Exploring with Jason. Today I want to discuss with you some something unusual that I'm not sure if I want to call it paranormal yet, but at the same time, I'm just going to call it weird or strange. Yeah, that's what I'm going to call it right now because I'm not sure if it is something paranormal or some strange that it might have been a fluke or a coincidence. I don't know. I'll let you guys tell me if it has something to do with the paranormal or what. So a friend of mine who's my staff and friend and I went to West Lawn Cemetery in Canton, Ohio. Originally, we were going to go to the William McKinley Presidential Library and Museum. Well, we couldn't go. We were there, but we couldn't go visit the museum because, unfortunately, I didn't have the money to do so. I had the ticket prices reduced. I was able to do that, but however, I didn't have the money to do it. So instead, a buddy of mine and my staff went to visit West Lawn Cemetery in Canton. So that was our plan B. We were already in Canton. We were already in the area. I decided, and so did my buddy, decided, since we're down here, we might as well go visit West Lawn and explore and drive around, relax, and just have a good time. Now, to give you a backstory of how this all started, even even before this, way before this now. So I would go ride with my buddy, and he usually don't have music going. He usually doesn't have music going. He usually has some like a radio podcast or whatever that deals with politics and what's going on in today's world. Nothing music, nothing. So, we get there, and we were just having fun. We were reminiscing from our past our past experience there and just have a good time. We went to this one mausoleum that had a pagan um, devil worship circle, a pentagram that had the face on in the center. And because we remembered that being there on a mausoleum before, and it was still there. And we know there was, they did attempt to try to clean it, but at the same time, it wasn't clean. Matter of fact, when we were looking at the set, or observing and looking around, and while we were in the car, and to put this in perspective, we decided to turn the radio off completely. So no interference, no nothing. We just was trying to enjoy our time there. But anyway, we observed there's a lot of trees down that, and that the cemetery did not bother cleaning up. You can see a lot of branches and trees down. I think some of it was damaged by the tree, by some of these trees. I didn't really go into investigate that. And we just enjoy our time there. We were looking at some really great headstones, some really awesome headstones, and beautiful. There was one headstone that I remember seeing that me and my buddy saw. It was a World War I GI sitting with his gun and everything. And it was really neat how he was at a farm or something. I couldn't really tell where he was. I can't remember the name of it, but it was beautiful the way it was done. It was a way to honor him. And I thought it was really well put. Whoever did that really paid attention to details. And so we stayed there. I took a few pictures. Not many, like 3, I think, if the most. And nothing spectacular. So I told my buddy, I asked him, are you ready to head back? Do you want to go back to my apartment? Go ahead and make our back. We might as well make our way back home. And I live in Canton, Ohio, and so we thought it was a good idea. So I'm not sure if you all, or some of you know, like, to get in the cemetery, you have to go down this windy road, almost basically going into this side of this neighborhood, and you're there. Kind of weird position and everything. Across the street is a monument place. So by this time, the radio was still off. We exited the cemetery and started making our way back. We stopped at our first stoplight, which was far at all. I think we were still beside the cemetery when this occurred. I'm here playing on my phone. John focusing on the road. And that's his name. My buddy's name is John. And I'm just fiddling, just trying, not really paying attention. Well, all of a sudden, the radio comes on. Me and John, when we both heard it, was like, and I did ask John what, just recently, what kind of music was playing when we heard it. Of course, I didn't recognize it. He did. But it was a 50s and 60s classic music. And I just started busting out laughing. I'm thinking he turned on the radio just to mess with me or whatever. And but it dawned on me that he never touched it. And I couldn't stop laughing, and he thought I was the one that touched it. I'm like, no, I've been playing on my phone the whole time. So as we got just a little bit further down the road, I go, John, I know what exactly happened. Now, for those who doesn't know me real well, I'm a jokester. I like making jokes, making people laugh with my sense of humor. Just nonchalant stuff. I have the weird sense of humor, sometimes a weird dark sense of humor, sometimes quirky sense of humor, what have you. I'm Mr. Funny Nutty. So I go to John, I go, John, I know what happened. He looked at me and he asked, what? I go, the ghost, pointing to the cemetery. He just lost it. And as a joke, I didn't really think much of it. I just thought, well, we're in the cemetery. We just left, so bygones be bygones. I didn't really think much of it. As after he left for the day, I started thinking, was this even paranormal? I honestly don't know. Now, there is a theory out there. For those who don't know much about paranormal or how they work or whatever, one theory is out there that spirits can manipulate radio and sound frequencies. They can manipulate radios to get someone's attention. Now, let me tell you, there was some that happened back in March of 2013, last year. Almost a year to the day, March 8th. Almost the same thing happened that time than it did this time. And what I mean by that was when another buddy of mine and I went to another cemetery at Deerfield where former U.S. President Ulysses S. Grant's grandmother is buried at. We decided to go there to find her grave, so we went there. And So I did my spirit EVP, which is electrical voice phenomenon. And I did my EVP. Okay, did that. And so I get around to this one area, and just to back up just a tad, my buddy and I were separated, so there was no way for us to interfere with one another. And that cemetery is kind of small too, but not really. It's not really big. It's kind of in between. So I get to this one area of the cemetery to make a big loop and to meet up with my buddy of mine. I wanted to take pictures and see if anything comes up. As soon as I try to do that, my phone died. So I'm like, okay, I told him that my phone died. I gotta go find the charger. So we get back to his car, and I have one of my legs, and he's in the back of his passenger seat. Not seat, but floor. And I'm just scrummaging for a charger, and all of a sudden I hear sound. Here it was and somehow my phone started playing a video that I pressed. I don't know how I did. I don't know if I did it or if something happened. I could have bumped it and had it played. I don't know. And I looked down here, like I said, here's my phone playing a video. I don't even know what video it was playing. I don't remember. To this day, I don't remember what video was on during that time that occurred. And I thought my phone was dead.
Calling Jason.
And Alexa, hold on.
I will get back to you.
My Alexa, that was weird. But anyway, back to the story. So I get out of the vehicle, showed and told my buddy what happened. I told him, and we just busted out laughing. That's twice that happened now. But 2 different ways, 2 different times, 2 different people. Could it be a coincidence? Could it be some fluke? Could it be something paranormal? I don't know. I don't have no explanation for it. It's weird, like, I went to 2 different cemeteries, 2 different years. 2 different people, almost the same way, with 2 different electronics. That was weird. I still don't have an explanation. Maybe the spirit was trying to get in contact with me somehow. maybe someone wanted to get a message across. I don't know. I really don't. But is it weird? Yes. Strange? Yes. Unexplained? Yes. Can I make a logic explanation for it? I don't know. I just know what happened, and that was it. I can't discount it could be a paranormal, but at the same time, I don't know. I'm not saying yes. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying yes. I'm not saying no. It has to do with paranormal, or no, it doesn't have to do with paranormal at all. I'm just kind of baffled. I'm kind of baffled. So I'd like to hear what your guys' thoughts on this. And see what you get. I'm open to anything. I'm open to anything. I like to hear what your thoughts and opinions are on this. I'm going to provide the link to my last, to the video that I did on that experience. And I want to thank you all for listening to this video, and share, subscribe, and click the notification button. And please share my YouTube channel, Exploring with Jason. Get the word out. And I look forward to seeing you on in the next adventure.